Everybody want to talk about DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart, but let me put you on something way bigger. Imagine getting paid to deliver life-saving packages, not a damn burrito. That's right, I'm talking about the medical courier game. And yes, the money in this industry is very much alive and well today. Today, I'm going to break down how you can get started, what you're going to need, how much you can actually make in this space. So everybody listen up. Let's get into it. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, AD, back at it with another one. Welcome back to the channel, Miles and Money, where we talk about everything miles and money. Hit the like and subscribe button below, because I already know you're going to like this. Let's get into it. What is a medical courier? So first things first, think of it like DoorDash, but instead of dropping off fries, you're moving lab samples, prescription, medical records, and even medical equipment. You're basically Uber Eats for hospitals. But here's the difference. When you're late with Uber Eats, somebody just get mad about cold food. When you're late as a medical courier, doctors are waiting on you to run tests. Stakes are much higher. So this is not one for play.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I've even heard drivers moving things like organs, plasma, and medication that cost a lot. So you have to be very careful when you're transporting these medical goods. Now let's talk about what you need to get started. The good news is you don't need to be a PhD or white coat. A reliable car.
Another one.
Your 2011 Corolla that you can't use to work Uber Eats or DoorDash, you can use to work as a medical courier. They don't have the same restriction as those other apps. Background check.
Another one.
Hospitals don't play. If your background report looks like a mixtape track list, this ain't for you. Insurance.
Another one.
Some gigs want you to have commercial insurance. If you're building your own business, that's a must. It really just all depends. If you are trying to start your business officially, then a commercial insurance is important. But if you are just trying to get your feet wet, where most people are that don't have a lot of money to start in this business, you can just use your regular insurance, your full coverage insurance. It can't be liability. For the most part, I'm sure it has to be full coverage. So if you want to start in this industry, you don't necessarily need to have commercial insurance. It's important to eventually get it, but first starting out, you don't need it. As long as you're fully covered, you should be good to go. Business setup.
Another one.
If you want to go big, set up an LLC, get an EIN, keep those taxes legit. Here's a bonus tip.
Another one.
Get some insulated bags or a cooler, because nobody wants warm blood samples. Ain't cool, peoples. If you're getting value from this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to further support this channel, click the links down below. Buy me a coffee. Okay, now how do you actually find the work? There's two ways. Option number one, contracting with courier companies. This is the easiest way in. There are companies that hire drivers directly. Sometimes hospitals contract with them. Sometimes even labs. Think of this of like DoorDash. You're a contractor, you pick up an order, you get paid. The difference is the work is more steady and more professional. Number two, build your own business. This is where the crazy money comes in.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving!
You can pitch directly to clinics, labs, pharmacies, even senior care facilities. You walk in professional and you say, hey, I'm running a delivery service that specializes in secure, reliable transportation for medical materials, and I'd love to help you off it. Boom. Now you just created your own route. One contract with one client could pay you daily, weekly, or even monthly, just to pick up a sample and drop them off at labs. Stack a few of those, and suddenly, you're not hustling on these apps anymore. You're running a company. But honestly, here's the key. Presentation matter. Don't walk into a doctor's office in sweatpants talking about, yo, y'all need deliveries? What y'all got? Come correctly. Keep it professional. I'm not saying you need to be in a suit, but who knows? Those people may become your future clients. So it's always good to be presentable, because you never know how things may turn out. Be honest. Would you try and build your own courier company or play it safe working with another one? Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know. All right. The part y'all actually care about. The money. Medical couriers can make anywhere from $20 up to $45 an hour, depending on contracts. But let's run some quick numbers. Say you land 3 contracts. One lab that pays you $200 a day to run in the morning, a pharmacy that pays you $150 a day to run in the afternoon, and a clinic that pays you $250 a day to run samples. That's $600 a day.
Shut up and take my money.
$600 a day is absolutely obtainable in this business, but it's not the average. So I don't want you guys thinking that every time you go out there that you get a contract that it's going to total up or you can make $600 a day. That is not necessarily true. You can make up to that if you stack these multiple contracts against each other. Then that's a possibility. But for the most part, most people starting out, they start off with one contract. So I don't want to overwhelm you guys. I'm just showing you that this is the potential. If you got a full business going and you understand the business, this is what the potential you can make. Up to this amount or even more. But starting out, start with one contract and take it from there. Even if you don't scale, that's solid money. But if you hire drivers under you, now you're a dispatching company. And the best part, it's stable. DoorDash slow, Uber Eats and Grubhub dry. But hospitals don't close. Nobody's canceling blood sample deliveries because they changed their minds. This hustle is recession-proof and pandemic-proof. Would you quit DoorDash if you were making $600 a day? Yes or no? Let me know in the comment section. Before I wrap this up, let me give you some quick tips. Keep your car clean and professional. Nobody wants their medical delivery smelling like leftover Taco Bell. Be on time. These deliveries matter more than DoorDash and Uber Eats. This is not fast food. Time can affect lives, so make sure you're on time with it. Also, track your expenses and mileage, because when tax season comes around, Uncle Sam definitely will want his cut. Also, make sure when you were looking for contracts, you use sites like Indeed. I know it doesn't seem like Indeed can be a really good site for the medical courier space, but it's actually a really good tool to use. You just go in there, you put in your radius, you search medical courier or courier jobs, and you'll see in your local area what jobs are available, what contracts are available, and you just go in there and you give them a call. That is a golden nugget for those who don't know where to find any contracts. That's a good place to start. Start with Indeed. So yeah, even if you see me out with a cooler in the back seat, just know it ain't for no cookout. I'm medical grinding. So if you have a bucket, a working bike, or a motorized vehicle that can be used in any circumstances, then you can be in the medical courier business. Obviously, it's a joke. Okay, fam, if all of this sounds good, but you're still sitting here like, AD, I don't even know where to start, don't trip. I'm gonna put a course together that's gonna walk you step by step through building your own medical courier business. So if you're serious and want me to guide you through it, drop a comment down below and hit me up. Because when it drops, I want y'all to be the first to know. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank y'all for watching the video. Until next time, it's your boy AD signing out. Peace out.